Hello, everybody. We are live right now. Hear me, if you can hear me, can you please say I can hear you? Type that in the comments section so we would know we are not talking to ourselves. Hey, how you doing, Lisa?
I'm doing great. How are you? I love your music.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Morale Booster with John Ughulu. And today I have another very talented guest. She's right here in Atlanta with me. Her name is Lisa Yolanda George. Lisa, thank you once again for answering and agreeing to come on my program. Thanks for joining me, Lisa.
I'm happy to be here with royalty.
It's my pleasure. So, Lisa is a motivational speaker. She's a publicist, an entrepreneur, a philanthropist who values integrity and authenticity and helps raise the vibration of love in the world.
Yeah.
She's popularly known as Lisa G to clients. She is driven by her unfaltering compassion and motivating others to make a difference, both personally and globally. Lisa, that's a huge portfolio you've got there. Thank you for joining me on the program.
Again, thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you can hear us, please type in the comment section. Type I can hear you in the comment section. We just want to be sure we're not talking to ourselves. But we're used to talking to ourselves anyway. Just let us know where you're listening from. Okay, Lisa, happy Sunday to you.
Yeah, Sunday. I forget what days it is sometimes. So, yes, it is Sunday.
I know it happens a lot. Well,
Right.
all right. So, Lisa, I have a lot of questions for you because typically this program is strictly to provide some form of mentorship and coaching to those people whoever this will resonate with. So, first, I want to ask you, how did you come about your niche? You are a publicist, a motivational speaker. What made you go into that sector?
Everybody has a story, and everyone's story is probably long, or maybe not. Mine was a journey, which is okay. But I used to think I wanted to be a doctor. And as I've told many people before, I don't know where that dream came from. I did a little bit of research, talked to a lot of family, and I don't know where that dream came from. Even went as far as applying to medical school, but then realizing that that's not what I wanted to do. And so through my journey, I just started really paying attention to my heart and seeing what it was that made me happy and what got me really excited. And so that took me through going to public health school and then ended up in the entertainment field. And that's the very short story. And so now today I'm a publicist and motivational speaker, just to name a few.
That's awesome. That's great. I never knew you had intentions of becoming a doctor. Things do change.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. That's great. So I know you have a tour that you have on the pipeline. Can you please tell us what that tour is all about?
Yeah. So the Celebrating Life, Celebrating You tour is actually the third installment of this. I call it a series. And the intention is to motivate women. And we're focusing on women right now. Women are nurturers. I'm biased, so I'll say women are the backbones of families and communities. And really, everyone should be putting their mask on first. And with all that we have going on in the world, if we don't put our mask on first, how can we take care of others? So we are going around the nation. We kicked off in December, I think December 15th. Our next date is January 26th. And we're going across the nation, meeting with just the next one is going to involve 36 organizations, which is pretty huge. So again, just talking to people. There's 6 people on the tour. You should know all of them. Giselle, Pele, and I'm saying first names like the audience members know these people, but Giselle, Pele, and self. And then we also have celebrity guests that come by and provide entertainment. And there's food and connecting resources to the audience members. So a pretty impactful tour.
That's awesome. I can see you You're doing a great job. I've been following all your posts, and I really do commend your effort.
Thank
The
you.
world, yeah, the world truly needs people like you right now, because we know the level of depression has increased, the level of anxiety has increased, the
Yeah.
level of domestic violence has even increased. And I
Yeah.
also know you are not a therapist or a psychiatrist, but do you have any, advice, or do you have any words for people who are currently experiencing such? Any words of encouragement?
I like to tell people to go there, but not stay there. It's okay to be mad, angry, sad, whatever it is. Embrace the feeling, but just don't stay there. And allow for yourself to have grace. I have moments when I'm really angry, when I'm really scared. When the pandemic first started, I called a friend of mine and said, "We're gonna all die." And he said,
Right,
"We're not gonna die." You know what I mean? I'm just saying that to say we all have moments, but find something, whether it's dancing, watching movies, just being silly. I'm very silly. And, just find something to uplift yourself. Go to places other than other people who you can be honest with your feelings so you can talk it out. And then sometimes just be quiet. Being quiet, then you can be with your thoughts and see what's real, what's not, what's too much, what you're overthinking, because we can be good at that too, right?
right, right.
So yeah, that's my advice.
Wow, that's awesome. I love what you said about you that was like a quote. You said, "Go there, but don't stay there."
Yeah, yeah.
That's very important. So for
Hmm.
those people who are listening to the program, it's Lisa G, Lisa George. Please remember to like and share this video, because you might just be saving the life of that one person who has been waiting for a lifetime to hear this message.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when we talk about being quiet, having that quiet moment to reflect and to, look for ways to get past your current predicaments. What's your advice for those people who, never shut down their brains, those who don't know how to stay quiet? Because there are a lot of people out there who feel they have to be all over the place, like doing everything. What's your advice to those people who don't know how to get that quiet time, especially in times like this?
Well, there are steps. For one thing, I say get off the computer, get off your phone. There are many times when I leave my phone in another room, especially at night. I'll just leave it in another room, or even during the daytime, because I forget which drug it is. It's dopamine, one of those, things that pulls us, that pulls us. We're all, even if we don't want to admit it, addicted to being online. And so
Right,
the pull is real. So just, put it away. Don't talk to negative people. Les Brown talks about other quality people.
right,
There are some people who there is a problem for every solution, so you don't want to talk to them. And then there are other people, misery likes company. They may not admit it, but they really need other people to feel like them. So stay away from them too. And being quiet, it's hard. Being really quiet. Restarted, meditated, and I forgot how hard it is to just think about nothing. There are always thoughts coming to you.
right,
People who guide you through meditation and yoga will talk about, allowing for the thought to come and then just say, go away, or very nicely observe, but send it off, but just do
right.
your best. The biggest thing, stay off the media, because man, that thing,
I get that. I get that.
it has its positives and negatives, but in the places where it's negative, oh, it'll suck you in like a vortex.
Absolutely. That's true. So, having some time to yourself is paramount. Stay out of,
Yeah,
stay away from the computers, from the phone, social media. It's very healthy to do that once in a
yeah,
while, every now and then. Thank you
mm,
so much for that.
or more
So,
than not now and then.
yes, yes, yes. Thanks. Okay, now you are a publicist, and to the best of my knowledge, it is paramount to have someone who would be able to help you project or push your business out there, irrespective of what the niche is. Advertising is key, publicity is key. Can you please tell us the importance and how you typically help people achieve that publicity goals of them of theirs?
So every project is unique. It depends on the needs of the client. It depends on if they've done it before, their awareness of what it is, what they're trying to do. Sometimes how ambitious a project or the person might be, but it's very specific to the project. So I really just work with each client to see, just get the answers to all of that. And then one important thing to me is making sure that they are authentic to whatever their brand is, because that's important. A lot of times other people on the team may want them to do something else. And then that will kind of throw things off. And so I try to pay attention, to that to make
Right.
sure, again, their true brand is what's being lifted. Because again, very important.
Right, right. Okay. So thank you. Do you work with all kinds of businesses or all kinds of individuals?
So I'm very picky.
Ah.
And when I say that,
Okay.
I've been doing this long enough where it has to be a project that is fulfilling to me. There are close to 8 billion people. There are a lot of publicists out there, a lot of projects. Everyone's not for me, and I'm not for everyone. So there's no need for me at this point in my life to be working on a project that's not going to provide me fulfillment. And I definitely don't do projects that don't have a positive impact. There are the publicists for those type of projects. That's not me. So yeah.
Okay, that's great. So for those people who are listening, remember to share this message, like and share it, because you might be saving the life of that one person or that one business that has been waiting for a lifetime to hear this message. So would you want to throw more light on how people who want publicity can reach out to you?
They can go to my website. That's connectingyou2.com. I know we didn't put it on there. Connecting You To I play on a lot of words. So connecting you to publicity or connecting you to, I also do sponsorship. So connecting you to sponsor. So connecting you to, just as it sounds, connectingyouto.com. And there's a contact area. That's where they can.
Absolutely. The website is currently being displayed on the screen. Can you please confirm if that's correct, Lisa?
Yes.
Okay. What you have on the screen is correct, right?
Perfect.
Awesome. That's great.
Perfecto.
Awesome. So now there are a lot of women. You say you work, mainly with women for now. There are a lot of women out there that I know who are still working on, they still have a job, but they have the dream, the vision of, setting up their own businesses, but they still have some limiting beliefs that are preventing them from going into their dream kind of business. So what's your advice for those people?
All right. So the tour is focused on women, but I work with everyone.
Okay.
Just be clear. So
Thanks for clarifying that.
No problem.
Yeah.
So, oh gosh, that's a loaded question.
Yeah. So just people with limiting beliefs who are finding it difficult to transition from their employment to entrepreneurship.
I'm big on questioning yourself. So sometimes we think there are other things that are preventing us from doing what we want to do, but in actuality, we are our own enemy. And so it's really important to see what outside factors are preventing you from doing something and what you are preventing yourself from doing. But that's a true conversation that people can't always have with themselves. But if you're able to first start asking those questions and the limiting beliefs, you're taking me through the programs that you and I have been through. You just got to work through those. If you realize what they are, again, honesty is key to just accepting what they are. Find out ways to get over them. And that's also where you have the people in your life that can help you. And that's the other quality of people. Because the yes people, even if it's just in love, they'll have you stay in there because they don't want you to get hurt or you're thinking too much or whatever else they say. The other people who really have your back, and although yes people may not think that they don't, but they don't, they'll help you realize that you have limiting beliefs. You may not be able to identify what they are, but you'll know that you have something, and that's where you start. Because I didn't always know that I had limiting beliefs. I just
Right.
started questioning some things. And I always say I'm very intelligent and I have a lot of skills. So what's the problem? And I did have no people. I mean, yes, people, just say, oh, these all the things I just said. You're being hard on yourself and whatever they said, but I just kept pushing, and that led me to 2020 when I found some of the groups that you and I are.
Right, right, right. Okay. So for those people who are listening, Lisa was also mentored by the great Les Brown. She's a motivational speaker. She can help your team and even help you move from one point of your life to the other. She can motivate you. Am I right, Lisa?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So you made mention about hanging around only quality people, which is very important. Being with people who can help you, come out of those limiting beliefs. For those who do not know what limiting beliefs are those convictions or beliefs that prevent us from achieving our goals, right? So when you hang around people who are not real to you, people who are not willing to uplift you or advise or encourage you to step into your greatness, then it's time for you to take a bow. That's it. That's it. So that's very important. So now networking in the past used to be a very difficult thing. But right now with social media, it's easy.
Yeah.
Do you have any networking group you would want the women who are listening to us right now to join? And a networking group that would help them identify and eliminate those limiting beliefs in their lives.
Right. So, well, of course, we were in Power Voice. If anyone's interested in speaking, but not even just speaking, because that, as you know, Power Voice can affect you in what you learn in the Power Voice community can help you in other areas as well. So there's that. And of course, I'm biased with my I Crush Goals group. So,
Okay.
which you're a member of. And
Right.
yeah,
Right.
so join that. In that group, we celebrate small wins and we have very vulnerable and authentic conversations. I'm very big on celebrating small wins because you don't just arrive, you don't just become famous, or if you were not rich, really rich, you don't just arrive there one day. So even though our society doesn't teach us, really, it's not a mainstream idea, right, to celebrate small wins.
Right.
Important because in the celebration of small wins, that's where you get motivation, that's where you can measure your progress. And so we encourage that in the group, and we're celebrating all the time. And again, we talk about limiting beliefs in that group, like you said as well, and that's really good. And it's a safe space, a few people have said, which makes me smile a lot to know that people think that it's such a safe space that they can have the kinds of conversations that we do have in there.
Awesome. That's great. Do you mind repeating the name? So,
icrushgoals.com. And it's
okay,
on
I
iCrush
first
Goals
go.
with an S. Yes. And that's the
Okay.
website. If you go there, it'll take, there's a link where you can go and it'll take you to the where you can join, or you can go online and search. It's an invite kind of group. So we want to check you out before you come in.
Okay.
But
Okay. Not a problem at all. All right. So where do you see your business in the next 5 years?
Why you ask me all these deep questions? I now know about the limited beliefs that I have, so I've been recalibrating, right? But I have massive goals now to affect even more people than I have been affecting. So where do I see myself? I'm not going to tell you the actual numbers or things like that, but in really, really huge places. I'm very strong behind the scenes, and I'm also not modest about saying things like that. So I say that to say I've been doing a lot of things for years. I'm just now more out front. So really,
Okay.
there'll be some things that are going to be happening that's really big, but not that much different than what I've already been doing. I'll just be more visible.
Oh, okay. That's great. So you will be impacting more lives.
Hmm.
More lives.
Yeah.
That's what we're sent to this world to do.
That's what
You
we're.
know, I keep telling people that we were conceived, every human being was conceived in the womb and
Mhm.
would one day end up in the tomb. But what matters most is the dash in between, what happens in between.
Absolutely. I
Yes,
like
and
that you said that.
and we have chosen to add value to lives. I really do appreciate what you're doing, the work you're doing. The world needs more of you right now.
And
So
you.
I hope you won't remain at the back of the scene.
I'll flow back and forth.
Oh, okay.
But you know
No.
I snatch mics, right? So you know I'm gonna snatch your mic
Yeah,
sometime.
yeah. It's all right. It's all right. Not a problem at all. So now, how many people do you currently work with?
Like how many clients?
Yes, and a rough estimate.
So my ideal situation is always to have between 3 and 5 clients because I'm considered a boutique type agency, and so I have currently there are 4 clients.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. And typically, it's not easy to manage, people when it comes to publicity. You're doing a great job. You've helped me with a lot of media publicity, and if you're listening to this program, she's a very good person. You can always reach out to her. Like she said, she's very picky. So if she doesn't choose you, it's all right. Just keep trying, right?
don't, don't say it like that. There should be a match, right? Because we all know about energy. So if the wrong energies are coming together, it's not going to work. So people should be picky in their choosing as well.
Right. Right. That's good.
Mm, that was a good
Yeah.
save, wasn't it?
Okay. So do you have any kind of coaching program for those people who want to get into your niche?
So people reach out to me all the time. I'm very open, I'm very giving, and as long as it's not disruptive to my schedule, I'll always give advice. And so I don't have a formal coaching program, but I've been doing it for years where people call me, text me, have declared that I'm some mentor coach. That's fine. Because we're here to share,
Right.
as I'm sure you've heard me say, I'm a vessel of love. And so that also looks like that. I will always be open to mentor, coach informally.
I love that. I love that. Thanks. You said you're a vessel of love. That's
Yeah.
a nice one.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thanks for that. Um, how would you want people who have had the idea of, you know, bringing out their businesses, but they have some limiting beliefs like being shy. Some people don't have the courage to face, an audience out there. What's your advice to those people? I know a lot of people who want to be in business, they want to do great things, but they just don't want to be seen.
Right. Just do it. So are you talking specifically about publicity or just in general?
Publicity, publicity.
Well, you don't necessarily have to be seen. That's the thing. So if you're shy, you don't necessarily have to be seen with publicity because that's a sort of a behind the scene job. You're helping other people be in the forefront. So, but if it's about interacting with people, then that's another story because you're going to be interacting with a lot of people. But just I'm in this space. I've always moved scared. I've just been moving more, with
Okay.
the scared space. But they just have to move. That's it. Because whatever the thing is that scares you or intimidates you is
Right.
probably the thing, as you know, that they're supposed to do. So just do it.
That
Scared.
do it scared.
Yes.
That's it. Do not
Hmm.
allow that fear hold
Yeah.
you back. So if
Yeah.
you're listening, fear, they say, is false evidence appearing real.
Hmm.
So if you have that limiting belief in your life, seek help when help is needed.
Hmm.
So many people out there who would be willing to work with you to help you get out of that shyness, that situation. It is not a good one because you're going to lose so many things on the long run if you're shy.
Yeah.
So take note. Okay, so do you have any last word of advice for those people who want to become speakers, motivational speakers?
I'm just gonna. I think it's real simple. Life, the instructions for life are simple. It's just the hard part is us doing it. So really, it's just do it. That's it. Whatever. Just get online. The web is there to find information. Of course, we have the Power Voice community. They just have to do it. We just have to do it. Nothing. Like someone said to me once, it's not hard, or it is easy, but I forgot how you did it, but basically it's a simple thing to do. Doesn't necessarily mean the steps are going to be easy to
Right.
the steps, but just do it. That's all. And one thing I will say, sometimes we judge ourselves on how fast we move. Don't be bothered about that. So if it's one step today, one step next week, now don't keep lengthening it. But as long as you make steps, walk, crawl, run, as long as you're moving forward, that's okay.
Right. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Franklin Roosevelt said, "We have nothing to fear
Yeah.
but fear itself."
Yeah. 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 And
Do it while you're scared. Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
So someone gave me something, and I swore I need to find this quote, but it's about define the fear. What is it that you're actually afraid of? And when
Right.
you define it, you'll realize that one, it's nothing to be afraid of, or two, that you can do something about it, or three, you can handle it. I mean, that it's not. I forget what the third one is, but it's not going to be a bad thing. But just define it, because a lot of times we're afraid of this unknown thing. But what is the thing that you're afraid of? You know.
Yeah,
And
that's
most of the time, it doesn't exist.
absolutely. You're very correct. That's why they say it's false evidence
Yep.
appearing real.
Yeah.
That's one of the highest form of limiting belief that
Mm-hmm.
one can ever have.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's normal to have limiting beliefs.
Yeah. We
For
can
you
have
to get out of it, yes.
you and I can have tea and talk about this stuff forever.
Right, right. Anyway, thank you so much for that. And I know people out there have, made up their minds to reach out to you because publicity is paramount. And if you're looking for a good publicist, Lisa is a powerful person. She can get you out there.
Wow.
I
Thank
know
you.
what I'm talking about. So look her up on Facebook. You're on Instagram. So what other social media platforms can people find you?
So it's next to my name, Lisa G, which is Carpet DMs and stuff. People can reach out to me on Instagram or, jump in my inbox. But again, go to the website. These days people can find anyone, right? If they really want to. But yeah, just go to Carpet DMs and stuff and DM me or go to my website. And if you know me, just hit me up. I'm approachable.
Awesome. That's great. There's so many people who would watch this program and probably haven't met you before or don't know you. So don't worry. Her website is currently being displayed on the screen. You can reach her via Facebook, Instagram, and don't let what she said scare you. She said she's picky. Don't worry. Reach out to her. Just try. All right.
Right.
All right. So for those people on what listening via podcast and those watching via YouTube, I want you to go to her website, connectingyou2.com. She will be readily available to help you get your business to where you want the business to get to. Am I right, Lisa?
Yes.
Thank you so much. So it's been a pleasure discussing and chatting with you. Let's see if we have some questions out there. Wow, a lot of people are saying hi to you.
Hi. Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Pele.
Hey, Pele.
Hi, Severere, Carol. I see Reverend Casey,
The crew.
the crew. Wow. Well, it's been a pleasure.
Mic, though. Can I snatch your mic?
Go ahead.
So, what made you decide to form the organization, your university?
Wow, because typically adding value is part of me, it's innate. So
Right.
that's it. That's enough. It's all about you for now, Lisa. I'm stealing my mic back. It's my show.
Wait,
I'm taking it back from you. It's all about you today, though. All about you. All about the publicist, the best publicist in the world that I know of.
thank
Yeah.
you.
one of the best motivational speakers out there. So
You're
feel
awesome.
free to always reach out to her. And thank you once again, Lisa, for joining me on the program. Until next time, have a wonderful rest of your day, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.